Wind howls violently outside. Frost gathers on the windows. A dim lantern flickers on a wooden table. Aisha, 24, enters the cabin, teeth chattering, hugging herself tightly. Aisha, whispering, just need shelter, just need a little warmth. She shuts the door. Snow rattles against it like fingers tapping. She takes a breath, then freezes. A faint shadow moves across the frosted glass window beside the door. Aisha steps back. Aisha, probably the wind. Just the wind. Another shadow passes. Taller this time. Int. Cabin. Living room. Continuous. Aisha lights the fireplace. Crackling flames cast shaky orange light across the floor. Outside, the wind screams louder. Suddenly, thump, thump, thump. Something brushes against the cabin wall. Slow, heavy. Aisha grips a metal fire poker. Aisha, hello. Beat. Is someone out there? Silence. Then, a shadow moves again behind the frosted glass window, but this time it stops. It stays perfectly still, as if staring inside. Aisha's breath turns white. Aisha, whispering, no, 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 no. The shadow slowly raises a hand. A huge, distorted, unnaturally long hand. It drags its fingers across the frosted glass. Scar, scar. The sound vibrates through the cabin. Aisha steps back, trembling. Int. Cabin. Kitchen. Night. Aisha hides under the counter, flashlight shaking in her hand. Aisha. Someone must be playing a trick. Right. Suddenly, footsteps crunch on the snow outside the window. Slow. Heavy. Moving toward the back of the house. Aisha crawls to the kitchen window and peeks up slowly. Through the frosted glass, a mouth appears. Wide. Too wide. Pressed against the glass from the outside. It exhales. Hot air fogs the frost. Aisha slaps a hand over her mouth to avoid screaming. The mouth curves into a slow, impossible smile. Int. Cabin. Hallway. Night. Aisha runs to the hallway, flashlight bouncing. Bang. Something strikes the wall outside. Hard enough to shake the cabin. Bang. 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 The frost on the windows cracks. Aisha ducks into a side room and locks the door. Her phone has no signal. Aisha, please, whoever you are, please go away. A long pause. Silence. Then, knock. Soft. Gentle. From the other side of the door. Aisha. A whisper, terrified. No. No. Voice, OS. Distorted. Slow whisper. Let me in. Aisha covers her ears. The voice suddenly sounds like it's inside the room. Voice, OS. I'm cold. She whips around. Freezing wind howls outside. Snow beats against the windows. A single lantern flickers, throwing long, shaking shadows across the room. Raheel, 28, sits near the dying fire, rubbing his hands for warmth. He mutters. Raheel, shivering. Ba Riyad Nikol J, Fear Subatak Rast Saf Ho Jayange. He's a traveler, lost in the mountains after his car broke down. He found this old abandoned cabin to survive the blizzard. Just then, thud, 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 a knock on the wooden door. Raheel freezes. No one could survive outside in this storm. Thud, thud, thud. This time, a little louder. Raheel slowly stands, picks up the lantern, and goes to the door. Before he can touch the handle, a whisper slips through the cracks. Voice whispering. Raheel, Mujhe Andar Aindu. Raheel's breath catches. The voice knows his name. He steps back. Raheel. K Khan Hai. No answer. Only the storm. Raheel gathers courage and opens the door just a few inches. A tall figure stands in the blizzard. Wrapped in torn winter clothes. Head lowered. Snow melting off its body like steam. Raheel can't see the face. Raheel. Tum. Insan Ho. The figure steps inside without permission. The lantern flickers violently. Raheel backs away. Snow puddles under the figure's feet. But strangely, no footprints led from the door to where it stands. It lifts its head slowly. Its face is pale, frostbitten, with hollow black eyes. Its voice is cracked, broken, cold. Visitor. Main Bahar Bahat dare say chow raha hoon. Tumhari talash mine. Raheel's heart pounds. Raheel. Mary. Talash mine. Kian. The visitor tilts its head, bones cracking louder than the storm. Visitor. Tum yad nahi kart. Magar tum ne mujhe wada kiada. Pikli sardi. Raheel shakes his head. Raheel. Main ne koi wada nahi kia. The visitor smiles. A horrible, frozen smile. Visitor. Kiada. Jab tum ne mujhe sardi mine kordiada. Jab tum ne kahada. Main wapas kar tumhi lajan ga. Aur fear tum bog gay. Raheel's eyes widen. A memory flashes. A snowy road a year ago, a broken down truck, a dying man calling out. And Raheel running away to save himself. The visitor takes a step closer. The floorboards freeze under its feet. Visitor. Main thand mine mar gaya, Raheel. Tumhari madad ka intazar kart. Raheel steps back until his back hits the wall. Raheel. En nahi. Main majburda, mujhe der lag rahada. The visitor's voice becomes a deep, echoing growl. Visitor. A flat mere der ka whacked high. Suddenly the lantern bursts with a pop. Darkness swallows the room. The sound of cracking ice creeps closer, and closer. Raheel fumbles in the dark, trying to find the door. A cold hand grabs his wrist. Raheel screams. The visitor whispers into his ear. Visitor. Kalo. Is sardi ka safar hum soth kart hain. The cabin door flies open on its own. A blizzard storm spirals inside, wrapping around Raheel like icy chains. He is dragged screaming into the snowstorm. Until his voice fades. And the door slams shut. Silence. Only the whisper of wind remains. Raheel.